So our first game on the list will start with Artifact Recharger is a really good hand to always keep. Alouette you always keep, and Karula is okay to keep. We drew into Doomright, so our early game is not a lot of cards, but Lovestruck kind of fixed our turn 2. And we top deck Stream of Life, which can be used if they play anything. Given that it is Rune, is very unlikely, so we don't really have a turn 3 play. A turn 4 can be +1 into Alouette, so it's all planned out. But we drew into Miriam, so Miriam's a better turn to play. We play Alouette into their Anagrea. They refuse because we are at 9, and then we can leave this up because there's no way to clear it without doing. And it's fine to leave Anagrea up. So turn 6 we can Doomright, and then we added the buff onto the beta. And then they had Norman to heal. Of course they do, right? Norman's a really annoying card, and really our only way to clear it is to bane the barrier, which gives us a really clean answer. They declimb on 8, which is insane declimb to try and search for something good. They did actually get something that is able to clear what's her face? Orchid. In the form of Kuon. So little unfortunate. And they also had the demon color from that too. They had a perfect answer off of that declimb. So here our only available clear is to actually super evolve Karula, which is fine because it pushes us really close to killing them here. So this is lethal on board here, but then they desperately search for Dimension Shift again. And they end up pulling the one card that could help them here. The freaking Norman. Give them the heal that they exactly needed, and they had the answer to clear the board, which was an insane play. So we can stream life away. So at this point, we have the robot in hand and a evolve. So that is why it's lethal. So here we have a match against an Abyss player. Always keep Artifact Recharger. Artifact Catapult in an opening hand is not bad on a turn 2 play. We're going to assume this is aggro, and after playing barrel we can confirm our suspicions. We'll set up artifact catapult on 2. And then we'll probably prepare to either make the heal or the AoE depending on their board state and our health. Over here, they're going to go into turn 4, Excella. So we'll struggle to try and clear as much as we can to minimize their Excella turn, which they did have Excella. So here we can Doomwrite the 2 artifacts that we just made. And then we'll evolve the Alpha, because Alpha has just enough health to live from evolved Aragavi. It's okay to spend as much evolutions as you can to live in this matchup, because ultimately they don't have that much card that they can play, and the game shouldn't last that long. So here we'll just rip out the Karula, and then that can be used to clear, and then we'll heal. So for some reason they decided to just push damage here. Which makes our Karula lethal. So this game against another Abyss player, we're going to assume off the bat that it's going to be aggro. But they played Lilith, which is a very good chance it will be aggro. Our Mulligan, Icarus, Artifact Catapult, good cards. We get a good clear, and then we get a set of Artifact Catapult. We play Arrow. So you do want to clear as much of their board going into turn 4, because they're definitely going to have Excella all the time. Here we're going to eat a lot of damage. And then we make the AoE one. I'll have to evolve Alouette. Play another evolve bat and push for damage for some reason. We are getting really low and they are healthy, so to them it seems reasonable. But we'll push the aggressiveness and have a ward there that they can't really clear. easily, being 5 health, and evolve aggressiveness because they shouldn't have too much either. Over here, they'll heal a lot off of Olivia and Bat super evolve. They still can't clear enough. I don't know. That ward was really good. Came in really good clutch. So this is actually, I would almost say, a perfect opening hand because you do have a turn 1, turn 2, turn 3 curve into a +1 Alouette turn 5 curve, or turn 4 +1 play point curve. Actually really good. So over here, because we drew the catapult, we don't really care. We can just play it out, get more artifacts out. It is getting kind of yikes their board. That is 3 damage plus the other 2, so 5 total damage. But we know next turn we can play Alouette out. Very risky, but we are going to eat a lot of damage here. But Alouette fully clears without having to take any damage herself. Very common response you'll see. Turn 5, they'll just play the Luminous Magus. But since we have Doomrite Resurgence, push another summoning turn and heal. Otherwise, we might have just bullet from beyond and whatever we could have done. Here we're pretty close to getting the burn. We can have robot really close. Here they have a really big board, but we can evolve Ironheart Hunter to bring the melee down to 2, which is in range for the AoE robot. And we can just play that out. Here we have to use Orcus to clear. And we can push 1 more damage by using that robot, the extra puppet to clear. So here we had to +1 the fortifier out because they're going to turn 9 or 10. We're at 12 health. It's exactly the health. it was exactly the health for Albert, but because they don't have super evolve, it wasn't. So now we get the perfect we play out Omega. So another match with Sword. Artifact Recharger is a good hand, as we've established. Miriam, Lovestruck, Puppeteer, all good cards and a really good curve. Blighted Vickers is another card I really like in my opening hand. Since we don't have Alouette or anything, we're trying to clear as much of the board as we can so Ancient Cannon can clear the board when it comes down. But we do still have to fuse a little bit just so we can keep our hand available. They're going to push aggression, which is fine. We can throw down Ancient Cannon and start fusing. Make the heal, and then make the AoE, which are two of the better ones to make against Sword. And they are playing very aggressive. Luminous Magnus comes down, but we exactly have enough artifacts and the perfect ones for Doomright or Doomright. That clears and heals. Unfortunately, they do have the Odin to clear out our Icarus. Very strong super evolve as well. Stream Life of Cannon clears. And then since we don't have any Alouettes, we're just gonna keep trying to make as many artifacts as we can. Which is why we're evolving Miriam as well. Now we have enough to make the robot later when we need to. And then we have a artifact when they go into turn 9. So there they think they're safe. For some reason, aggressive players always forget that Karula can just hit twice. And then we can laser them down for the last health. So this is the most recent update to the artifact list. It's running, I think I added a Karula. I cut one Raumia. Cut one artifact catapult. But still a lot of tweaks. It's only okay. I'm thinking about increasing catapult again. Maybe increase Karula to 2. Increase or decrease Orcus to 2. Maybe decrease Bullet from Beyond to 2 instead of 3 as well. So that might be my next changes, mainly because I definitely find that you need to, or it feels like you want more ways to cheat out your artifacts like Alouette, Karula, Doomright, catapults throughout the game. Adds a lot more pressure, adds a lot more options on what you can do. A lot of times if you just don't get them, the game feels really bad. Can't really finish the game, even though you build the robot. Another thing is Ralmia, Orcus, the robot, even Karula to an extent are all super evolve units that you want to use. So having too many of them kind of clogs up your super evolve. Thinking maybe add Sylvia as well, but we'll see. And that this is the most updated list for now. Thank you for watching.